One of the talking points that the White House seems to be keen to stress at the moment is that this targeting of al-Zawahiri makes good on their promise to continue to effect force and change in Afghanistan, albeit remotely. What do you make of that claim?
Well, Pakistan is just next door, and Pakistan is broke and really worried about becoming another Sri Lanka with huge foreign debt, unable to pay the interest on its loans, let alone the loans back. Huge unemployment, the rupee is plunging. Now, the reason that I mention that is that the Pakistani establishment is a great supporter, has been a great supporter of the Taliban, but they're broke, and it's an existential brokenness as it was in Sri Lanka. Now, last week, the head of the Pakistani army called one of the senior officials in the State Department in Washington, D.C., and asked for an intercession so that the International Monetary Fund could release a billion or so dollars sooner rather than later. And there is a feeling now bubbling up that the price for the bailout for saving the Pakistani state from becoming another Sri Lanka was to enable a drone strike on al-Zawahiri in Kabul as it happened. So it's possible that this is the payoff.
And that Pakistan, as we go forward, is going to become a staging post for any actions into Afghanistan?
Yes, quite possibly. That's been rumoured for a long time now, but with no proof and a lot of denial. But those drones had to come from somewhere, and more likely than not, they came from Western Pakistan.
What does the successful targeting of al-Zawahiri mean now for al-Qaeda?
Well, what it means is that the US has al-Qaeda in its sights. It's very serious about its counter-terrorism cooperation with the Taliban, and it means for the Taliban that all their other mates in the jihadi world are also under the microscope. It sends a message to the Taliban that the United States knows where all its jihadist affiliates are. It sends a message to al-Qaeda that no matter where you are, we will find you. And this is very timely because their influence, as we were talking about before, stretches to North Africa, to the Sahel, across the world, and certainly, obviously, in South Asia. So it might mean that they're on the run, and it's curtains. Let's see. Counterterrorism is something that the Americans take very seriously, and now the Taliban and al-Qaeda know just how seriously.
Indeed. OK. Lynn O'Donnell, former AFP Kabul Bureau Chief, thank you very much for that.